covered, whatever videos you have seen? Any clarifications? Acha, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think let's do that.
I have to reclaim the host, Ram. Is that fine with you? Hemant, wait for some time. You can, meanwhile, if you can chat. I don't have the controls right now for another 1 minute or so. Time hey, Rani.
Yeah, we are live on YouTube now.
Okay, so yes, Hemant, you can ask us now.
Sir, first of all, thank you both of you. These lectures, sir, helped me a lot, sir. These essay lectures, and even like today, I like incident happened with me. Like in my college, there are some banners like near canteen, like do not waste food or like smoking is restricted. Sir, even I was also amazed that from that one sentence only, I in my mind phrased a 200 words para just by standing and looking at that phrase, sir.
So you are writing essays on the fly now.
No, sir, like every sentence or every hoarding I saw while traveling in metro or like in college, sir, I just try to use the techniques the modules have taught me, and I just by standing there I form like essays by 200 or 250 words there.
That's interesting. That's very nice. Consciously, you are trying to now see a pattern in how you think, how you can develop that into writing. It's nice on a subconscious level. Actually, these exercises are very, very engaging once you get the hang of this. Uh, they, I mean, you can't stop the critical thinking part. You cannot stop questioning. You cannot stop, looking for argument. What should your position be? The students ask me, so when we read newspapers, how do we form opinions? Okay, so opinion forming is not a magic thing, but yes, if you know the pattern we discussed last time.
The last
Okay.
from last class, I used the pattern for Socrates thinking in some of the editorials, and it worked very well. Like I able to answer most of the question and come to know about the origin of the context, from where it belongs and what it is interpreting. So it helped me a lot, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Marvelous, excellent.
That's what we need. And Hemant, I think a couple of years back I made a video that essay topics are hidden in everyday life. Okay. So my whole theory was exactly what you observed in your life today, that when you walk across, you see so many things, right? You step in the metro, you see tremendous inequality if you just look at people. That should make you think. If you go in a street, you can see mismanagement, you can see corruption, you can see standard of living, and you can think so much about things that or images that pass by daily as you go about your life, right? So I think what is happening to you in this process is you are learning to critically engage with the world, right? You are critically engaging with what your experience is in the world, and that is the fundamentally different way of approaching studies, right? Studies, हम लोग क्या सोचते हैं कि बुक में जो लिखा है मैं पढ़ लूंगा and I'll remember that and I'll go to the exam hall and I'll write the answer. This is the fundamental of studies, but actually what you are coming across right now is the exact way we should study, because that trains the mind to think about things. So I'm so happy that you said that. And others on the good evening, Kaushik. I think people are coming trickling in on YouTube, Shabbir.
Yeah, we just have Kaushik. The others have not responded yet.
Yeah.
So if you all can hear us, let us know you can hear us.
And Kaushik, just a reminder, I know you are one of our older students. If you log into your Edukemy dashboard, you can get a link to join the Zoom call and you can actually participate just like Hemant is doing. So, any of you who are on the YouTube, if you have been our paid students, you're welcome to join and you can participate in the conversation. So, I look forward to having you here. Don't miss the opportunity because then you can, voice your opinions, you can talk, you can discuss, and you're assured that your questions will be heard. Yeah.
Hi Kuldeep, good evening. Aditya, good evening, all of you. So yes, Dave, let's ask students what is it that they want to do today. Let's take their opinion as we have
Yeah.
discussed. So
Yeah, so we have two options today, everybody. We can do brainstorming of an essay topic. We can take an essay topic and do a brainstorming, or if you really like the Socratic inquiry we did last time, we can do the same thing of with another article. Okay, we can take the same approach. We can check another article. Both we are ready to do. And of course, essay topic, whatever you decide, wherever you are facing an issue, we can pick that. Okay, everything except the current assignment ongoing in Telegram channel. Okay, we don't want to give the answer for that. But excluding that, I think we can do anything. What do you think, Hemant? Any preferences?
Sir, anything you want, I'll just enjoy the process.
Okay, all right. Hemant is
okay.
anything you want.
Uh,
Kuldeep, Aditya, Kaushik, you all say what you want, and there are so many more watching. Just say good evening or whatever you want to say, and then announce yourself so we can know who's on, and we can take an informed decision of what to do today. So these Thursday sessions, as you are realizing, I think slowly, so people who are regular, that the sole objective of these Thursday sessions are to create critical thinking in you. That is all. And that is, to me, is the fundamentally different thing about preparation that can happen in your pursuit of civil services. So, you all are doing courses or, your GS Foundation, your optional, this and that. I think this sort of discussion will be very, very valuable because you are, as Hemant himself reflected, you can take this understanding and you can apply it anywhere. Shabir, Aditya is saying any essay topic discussion. Okay.
let's go for brainstorming in that case.
Let's
Yes.
do a brainstorming. Any essay topic you have in mind, Aditya? Kuldeep Singh, sir, I'm foundation batch student. How can I join? We are starting another batch, Kuldeep, in March. Sorry, this end of March. I mean, this is March. So join that batch. I think you can. Somebody will put in the link of the essay. Or just look for UPSC essay. Just search Edukemy UPSC essay. You'll get to the page and just join the March session.
Just clarifying, Kuldeep, you're talking about joining a course or joining on the dashboard right now. So all those who have been essay students, they are welcome to join our dashboard. But if you have not, then you have to enroll into a essay course first. I'm just assuming maybe you want to know something different. So they will pick up any topic. Let's choose. Let's not
Okay.
I think they're
All
giving us
right.
that.
Zoom meeting right now. Okay, sir. I did approach the Edukemy team. I was told that only students are part of the active. I said no, no, no. Kaushik will fix that. You should be able to join. So let me. Good that you told me, and then I will get it organized. No problem. Okay, so I think Shabir, in that case, I think we should look at one of the older essays
Yeah.
that we did as part of the Telegram channel, and we'll get there, right? So we'll do a brainstorming, and I think the last essay I had, I'm skipping the current one. The last assignment, let me just give me a little bit of time. Okay, so I think a civilization is not defined by faith or ancestry. That was the topic. A civilization is not defined by faith and ancestry. We can pick that up. That is one choice. Or if we go back a little bit, um, 80, let's go. You cannot control the storm, only your sail. I think we did that earlier.
Yes.
Um, alienation is the hidden cost of modern progress. Okay, this is a good one.
Yeah, we can take
Let's
this
do
up.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, all right. Let me share my screen and we'll get going. So, okay, let me know if you can see my screen. Hemant, are you able to see my screen?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Clearly visible.
Okay, okay. So we'll start the um, brainstorming on this topic. So alienation is the hidden cost of modern progress. So I think, as always, let us start with um, the topic itself, right? Let's sit down with the topic, and we'll spend a couple of minutes on what do these words tell you, right? Forget about all the other distraction that is happening around you. Just let's focus on these words. Alienation is the hidden cost of modern progress. So I'll just bring that right in the middle, so you can have a um, you can put it in the center of your attention. Okay, so alienation is the hidden cost of modern progress. So the definitely one word is alienation. So I'll start writing the keywords, and um, join me and let me know what you feel. And Hemant, you are free. You have a speaking right, so you can jump in anytime you want. Okay. I think the other thing that's jumping out at me is the word hidden. Shabir,
Yeah.
is that something? Okay, hidden is jumping out.
Hidden cost. Yeah.
Hidden cost. So it's a cost, but it's not apparent. Modern progress. Why did it say modern progress and instead of just progress? Um, so these are the three immediate keywords that are coming from this topic. what are the other things that's coming to our mind? What does this make you feel? What is the immediate visual imagery? Shabir, you talk in terms of metaphors always. I think that's a great tool. So, is there some metaphor that is coming to your mind?
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
there's no direct one, but hidden cost implies something there. Um, the price to modern progress is the modern urbanization. I mean, there's no obvious metaphor here,
yeah, I think you
but
said
the cost.
urbanization. Okay. Hemant, you have your hands up. Yep, tell me.
So by reading
Globalization.
this statement, I clearly see the reference of Karl Marx theory of alienation labor. So which highlights the progress, which means profit and production is built upon structural disempowerment of the workers.
Okay. So you are going towards economics um, and development. Okay. So, what is the keyword that you want to explore here, Hemant? If you were to just explore one keyword, while you
Sir,
think about that, Kaushik,
disconnected.
yeah, just let me answer Kaushik's point earlier. Kaushik says, sir, in that particular assignment, we struggled on defining society and civilization. Can we add something on that before? Absolutely, Kaushik. Let's do it at the end. We struggled with society, state, and civilization. These three things. Actually, I spoke on Instagram yesterday about it. We'll do that towards the end. Yeah. Sorry, Hemant, you were saying.
So the keyword I found here is disconnected because the alienation is the hidden cost of modern progress. So as society continues to develop itself, but the expense of human well-being causing individual to feel disconnected and isolated and the unfulfilled wishes they have.
Okay, so we'll explore disconnected. Aditya says a separate opinion. Alienation is a separate opinion. Modern progress equal to globalized world. So globalization um, and technology, military, etc. So technology. Okay, we'll think about military also. Let us see what it reveals. So, another thing that comes to my mind here is the loneliness, right? So, when I think about alienation is the hidden cost of modern progress, immediately what it is telling me that we are terribly lonely in this new world. I think Kaushik, you were saying the same thing. Human connection is missing. So human connection and loneliness.
And
Okay.
Kaushik, not necessarily with technology alone. Okay. In general, you can't connect with people, you can't connect with sometimes your own self. Okay. Yeah, technology is a reason. Okay. So just expanding that.
Yeah.
That the social, psychological, and emotional toll which the workers face during any industrial work or economic productivity. So it can be a factor in this.
So basically, Hemant, you are saying in the modern world, people are working like robots. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know how to say that right now. Humans equals robots. I'll just say that. Okay. And then we'll figure it
Mechanical,
out. We
alienation,
can.
uh,
Okay.
mechanical.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Uh,
Trust you to rescue me, Shabir. Yes.
yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sir, I just want to mention yesterday was my college test, so it's related to the article read about the Woodrow Wilson 1887 article, in which he also mentioned about some of the approaches. Like one of the approach was classical approach, which is related to this topic. Like alienation is the hidden cost of modern progress, in which he mentioned about the classical approach, which treat human as a business factors or the factors of production rather than focusing on the human values. So
Yeah.
I just found a connection between those two.
So, focus on production business than human values. So, interesting, Hemant, you mentioned that. I was glued on to the television trying to find some, you know, legitimate sources of news during this war, right? So, and one of the things that they were saying is that there was a CNN news analyst, not news analyst, CNN interview with one of the intelligence officials of US, and she was saying that how different presidents interpret intelligence. So one of the things she said jumped out at me. She said the current president of United States uses intelligence, he always sees the economic side of intelligence. Like, okay, what does this mean in terms of money? um, he says that's the departure from other presidents who used to look at it, okay, from a safety standpoint or human capital standpoint, or border standards of living or anything that are quality of life. But this president talks about the economic value, so that jumped out at me that what you just said, exactly resonates there. Aditya says, sir, can lack of knowledge and humility be the key points to discuss here? Lack of knowledge and humility.
Yeah,
We
lack
can.
of knowledge I can link because uh, uh, the right word will be misinformation or shallow information or incomplete information. That can leave somebody, alienated. They can leave somebody uh, confused. So, in that sense, yes. Lack of humility, lack of empathy. In that sense, maybe.
Yeah.
The can we say instead of lack of knowledge, can we say lack of adaptation? Because a human will feel alienation if he or she will not able to adapt to the
Mm.
situation or the current circumstances he she facing.
Lack of adaptation, I'll use another word for this. It could be a sense of inadequacy, okay? A sense of, uh, you know, um, lack of competence. Okay, so somewhere you don't have that sense of self-efficacy that you can take up responsibilities, you can take up roles and perform. So yes, absolutely. The lack of adaptation in that sense, you can use definitely.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, Deb,
Yeah.
should alienation also mean animosity? I don't know. I'm not able to put my finger on that.
Yeah.
Will it also
Yeah.
imply that anger, that sense of frustration that comes with it?
Yeah, yeah, I think it all stems from that empathy, right? So let me write it. I think at this point we are collecting ideas. So anger, animosity, um,
Yeah,
Kaushik has another
excellent,
point.
Kaushik. Kaushik is going at another scale. Okay, we're talking about individual. He says we can apply this to even nation states, where countries and nations distance themselves from other countries. Absolutely, yes.
So
So it could
uh,
be,
should we call it protectionism or something else?
uh, yeah, okay, one type of alienation, definitely. Okay,
Okay. Um, so lack of UN, maybe the crumbling of UN, crumbling of cooperation,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
of
that's a
that.
good dimension.
Yeah.
Basically, lack of
Exactly, sir.
uh, in fact alienation का एक manifestation है the collapse of multilateralism,
Yeah.
where everybody is fending for himself. Very nice. That's a good lead, Kaushik. Talking about persons and individuals, we shifted towards another scale. That's nice. Thread you're opening up there. Hemant, you're saying something.
I want to say, like, what about those countries who wants to be alienated? Like, they don't want to be a part of world politics or the chaos which is happening.
Yeah, that's fine. But if you can mention an example you have in mind, we can maybe discuss that more.
Yeah, so if that is the cost of modern progress, yes, we can do it. Ash has a very nice point. Kafka's Metamorphosis, absolutely. That is a great example of what modern day progress, how modern day progress alienated the central character. So that will be a very good example. Detachment, Harshita, yes. Um, how we'll have to determine how that get into the arguments how you are getting detached because of the modern world. Okay, so at this point we have a lot of keywords. I think it's fine. So go back a little bit. Let's consider the treatment of this essay. Okay, so what do you all think? Is this persuasive? Is this descriptive? Is this argumentative? What is the treatment? And if there is some counter argument, if there is a different perspective on this essay, where should the balance lie? I think let's go there next and we can get some more ideas about this topic. Right, so we are exploring this topic. First, we figured out all the possible things that we can explore. That is the keywords. Then we are thinking about treatment decides how to write this, right? How should we approach it? Should we approach it from two different angles? Should we just describe this whole thing or should we persuade our audience on something? So,
One point here, Dave.
yeah,
Maybe if you would have one or two words on the other two phrase also, so that will tell us whether this will be argumentative or persuasive. We have brainstormed the word alienation, but somewhere where we could put something on the word hidden cost. That's one possible debate. Is it hidden, not hidden? Is it a cost?
yeah.
I was thinking if we could do some pointer there.
Okay. So, you're saying that describe hidden cost
Yeah.
or
So hidden cost, uh, you know, psychological stress. Hidden cost could be a loss of social cohesion. Hidden cost could also be maybe some conflicts that we don't anticipate.
yeah, yeah.
Health. I think it captures. I don't know, guys. Can you see some points there? Hi, Rajat. Okay, happy to have you here. Harshita says detachment. Okay, from the word alienation. Yeah, good, Harshita.
Yeah.
Hidden cost of development, displacement of tribes. Oh, yeah, that's a nice one, Aish. Sharp one.
Yeah.
Alienation is the hidden cost. So something linked to displacement of tribes.
So
Okay.
I just put environment. Okay.
Yeah.
So impacts to environment as one of the areas we'll explore. Yeah, conflicts and stress issues. Shabbir talked about that. So what is this, right? Um, if you were to think about it, if you were to make a counterpoint, alienation is the hidden cost of modern progress. What would you say? Let's say that the essay topic actually is talking about that alienation. So X is the alienation is equals hidden cost of modern progress. So should we say alienation is not the hidden cost of modern progress, or is it something that we cannot avoid and therefore we must live with it, or what should we say as a counterpoint? I'm just trying to understand if there are sufficient counterpoints to this, or is this something that is not it's kind of cut and dry, and we just have to follow one specific path, right? So is it 80-90, 90-10, 80-20, 70-30? That's what I'm trying to determine. Counter more. Ash, say a little bit more. What do you think? What do you mean by that? You have to counter it more, you're saying? So modern progress to chahiye, right? We need modern progress. The point is that it will have some impacts. Doesn't always isolate us, also connects us in never possible. Okay, that's very good. So I think positives of okay, very nice. Positives of social media, for example, or technology. Okay. Um, okay. Visible gains worth the cost. Oh, fantastic. So I think you are now talking about sort of pros versus cons, right? So we should have some measure of pros versus cons. Counterpoint will be, Aditya is saying, for a long term sustenance or benefit or security, say, of a state, hidden cost is actually the hard work we put in today, or it is the sacrifices we make. Okay, hard work and sacrifice. So, um, okay, that is what hidden cost is, but is alienation the same thing as hard work or sacrifice? That is the question. Kaushik, modern progress helps in having leisure time to have actual connection and time to come in. Okay, fantastic. That's another counterpoint. So more time on our hands, right? Okay,
Yeah,
all
I'll
right.
just add one point, Aditya. Uh, yes, there are a lot of hidden costs. A lot of hidden costs. Generally, the word cost is used in a negative sense, not as investment. Okay, so I agree. Modern progress, there are certain investments to make, but यहाँ पर cost को word में ध्यान रखो. One, number two, it's asking about alienation. It's not about asking about in a cost in general. You went the general way. There are a lot of other investments we need to do, hard work we must do. I'm not really sure if you want to go in a generic sense. What are the investments required for progress? If you can differentiate the cost investment thing, Deb, you think you want to add something there, or I'm misreading something?
No, I think when we discuss more about pros and cons, we can definitely do exactly what you just said, right? So I think what do we gain, what do we lose there, and the other aspect is, um, you know, something is there will always be a cost to something, but is it desirable? Should we even go there and try to minimize it, or that's kind of the point?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes, Hemant.
So, I just want to give the example. Like if we this sentence like alienation is the hidden cost of modern progress. So it's not always like alienation will lead to progress. For example, so like someone on YouTube comment about the drive away of the tribes during the development or development of the dam projects. So sir, it is like they are alienating. What are the advantages they are getting? They are getting none of the advantage. Just getting access from the traditional home as well as from the natural resources.
I had a tough time understanding that, Hemant. I think you're
Yeah,
a bit of
I
a
thought it was just me. Neyman,
no.
there's some network connection maybe. Oh, he's dropped out,
Yeah,
has he?
yeah,
Can't
that's
see
fine.
him.
He'll come back. So, okay, I just want to fast forward and see treatment. What do we want to say? Is it a persuasive, descriptive, or argumentative? What is this? You gave some very nice counterpoints. Um, And yes, Ash, you will have a balance. Modern alienation is not just caused by progress, but by our growing materialistic mindset. You know, the argument is that the growing materialistic mindset is also a facet of modern progress.
Yes,
That's
yes.
also something we can say.
But
Cost.
we do have counterpoints. We have
Yeah.
some counterpoints, if we agree on that. So if we have counterpoints, then the treatment is going to be what? I mean, you guys can tell us. It can be descriptive, it can be argumentative or persuasive. If there are counterpoints, okay, I think most of you we will understand why it is argumentative. If they, I think that's what we are gravitating towards.
Yeah, I think let's take a quick poll. But Shabir, what would you write it as? Would you write it as persuasive or argumentative or what?
Well, it looks like a very strong, persuasive one, but it's hard to dismiss the topic. नहीं गलत है. It's not exactly 50-50. Okay, but
Yeah,
there are
exactly.
some interesting counter arguments. So I'm inclined towards argumentative, but I'm okay with persuasive too.
So you are saying that the balance is not a 90-10 balance, it's something lower, right? It's like 80-20 or 70-30. Is that what you
Yeah,
got?
80-20 will be nice because
Okay.
I mean, I'm going by what I said. Alienation has many other dimensions also.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, I think so too. I think, somewhere between 70-30 and the 80-20 is the sweet spot in this. Ash says 70-30. That's great. We think alike. Now, question is, are there any other things on treatment that you would like to highlight? Okay, I'll maybe have, if I have 8 main points, I'll have 2 counterpoints. That is what it means, 80-20, right? So if you have 5 or 6 core arguments, make sure you have one, a little bit of more than one, maybe counterpoint. Um, Kaushik is saying argumentative close to 50-50. I feel persuasive. Yes, yes, exactly. So 50-50 is sort of divided right in the middle, right? So that also means there are two different poles pulling you in two different directions. Ankur saying, can we talk about Japan, which is following this policy? Yes, absolutely. That's a good example. Let me write it in keywords. So, Japan's is a good case study of workers or people's alienation and individualistic cultures. So that's all good. Okay, 80/20. The only other thing I would highlight here is don't forget the word hidden. This topic could have been alienation is the cost of modern progress, right? It could have just removed this word. But it is not alienation as the cost of modern progress, it is the hidden cost of modern progress. So I think that itself is something saying something. So the cost is not apparent to us. So we need to write something about that. That how is it
Excuse me,
hidden?
sir.
Yes, Hemant. Sorry, we lost kind of you in the connection issue. I think. Yeah, tell me your point.
So, this like hidden word, we can clearly see our like hidden cost. The word we can clearly see our education system, especially like in competitive exam. For example, so like in UPSC, the like main example alienation. We like literally alienate ourselves from the pleasures we are enjoying, but to focus on a goal to achieve a post or become an officer. But sir, the hidden cost, like people only see our success but they don't see the hidden cost, like what we have deprived, what we have lost, the moments we have lost, the festivals we didn't enjoy, and the pleasure we avoided to get the success.
Excellent, excellent. Now apply that to modern progress. And Kaushik, super point. It's not on the surface. So you all need to write something about that being hidden. Why is it hidden? Why is it not so much in our face? What is actually happening under the surface? So let's look under the surface a little bit here in some of the arguments. Okay, so that's good. Now let's get to this particular piece, core value. Okay, I think we have done some really good brainstorming. I love it. I love it. Now core values. So when you think about human values, what human values are included or should be explored as part of this essay? I think we wrote some things here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let me write. Empathy is one. Okay.
The sacrifice.
Can you say that again, Hemant?
The word sacrifice, like the if we include in the hidden cost, the sacrifice.
Okay, sacrifice. I think there's something with my cursor. Let me just. Okay. So sacrifice. Okay, I'll write that. People on the YouTube, Ash, Kaushik, Ankur, Harshita, Aditya, Shreyansh. We have a good,
I can
good
suggest
crowd.
trust maybe.
Yes, trust. Okay. Shabbir, can you talk a little bit the trust piece? How are you going to? How are you thinking about it?
Basically, I'm linking the hidden cost part, the
Okay.
value that gets compromised will be trust. The value that
Excuse me, sir.
compromise gets
is
Okay.
empathy or compassion.
I think
In that sense, and the stakes we have, I think the price we pay is
Shabir,
to
you're breaking off a little bit due to some reason. I don't know, but you said something which jumped
trust,
at me, compassion.
trust and uh, um, compassion. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Hemant.
So I think like I can connect with Shabir sir when he used the word trust. Sir, we can easily see like during our preparation time, we when we prepare, we put a trust on us on ourselves that yeah, if we prepare it fully or like in a good way, we can clear the exam or we can achieve the goal. So I think sir is like pointing like this way. Like maybe, sir, if I am wrong, sir, so please correct me.
Yeah, I think Shabbir is probably facing some issues,
No,
but
you are right. It's just that we need to compare topic. Yeah. I'm not audible.
you're breaking up a little
Am I
bit
audible?
in between, Shabbir.
I
Uh,
don't know. Network.
yeah, so I think while you do that, so Hemant, I think you're right. But just a small thing I would say that as long as you link it to modern progress, see, you're feeling that in the preparation. I know that analogy for preparation is good, but your preparation has some hidden cost is very different from modern progress has a hidden cost. So just keep that in mind. Okay.
So,
Um,
sir, can we use it in modern progress if we see like the if we take the example of the development projects, government assure some of the tribes or the people living in the forest they will get good land and the resources they lost. But so the people put a trust on them, so we can say it's a hidden cost. Like they can only keep the trust, and it's on the government if they provide them or not.
Yes, 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 that's a good one. And I think we took the example of tribals earlier. Exactly. I think that's a great way of approaching this. Um, Peace, yes, human as a social animal. Yes, Harshita, we can explore that, saying that we are losing some aspect of humanity, isn't it? Right? Human is a social animal, but because of progress, we are losing a bit of our humanity in there somewhere. Um, Ash is saying, sir, can we say as alienation increases, trust weakens? As alienation increases, yes, absolutely. When alienation will increase, obviously you'll spend more time with yourself and less time with others. So, therefore, trust also comes down. Trust in the sense people have more options and can't stick to one. It affects interpersonal relationship. Exactly, that's what it is. Um, I think we'll figure out how to exactly word it in a uh, dimension. So we have empathy, sacrifice, trust, contentment, compassion. Is that it? Is that are those the human values that you want to talk about? Are there something else? Let's read the keywords. I think that will give us a lot because we have already done a lot of thinking here.
Excuse me,
Shabir,
sir.
are you back?
I can hear you guys. I don't know whether if I'm streaming fine or not.
I think now you are fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Hemant, you had a point.
Sir, no, I just want, sir, can you explain the word contentment? Like, I think I'm little bit confusing from the word, sir.
Yeah, so I think I picked it up from the YouTube chat contentment, and contentment here. My assumption is that contentment comes from human connection, right? What makes our life worth living is our interaction with others and our experience with other human beings. So true contentment versus materialistic things that give us pleasure but not contentment. So that's the point we are trying to make. Yeah, does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So let's look at it.
Contentment, fulfillment, satisfaction. Okay. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think we did quite a bit, so let us keep moving. Um, how would we paraphrase this? If you were to say this in a different way, let us do that analysis next. Okay. And I think we have done enough, and the dimensions will come out, they'll pop out just like that. Because we have spent today a little bit more time in the keywords and went quite deep. So I think there is so much in here that we can write our dimension ideas. But let's paraphrase a little bit. Um, any attempts at paraphrasing?
Maybe there are a couple of new students here
Yeah.
not aware of our channel. So, guys, I think some of you have not uh, interacted with earlier. We have a Telegram channel, Essays with Edukemy. And I think you renamed that. Did you, Deb? I forget.
I said free essay practice with Edukemy, something like
Yeah.
that, but the link is still the same. Yeah.
Yeah. So join us there. There's a lot of exercises happening. And this paraphrase is the very important step in that brainstorming. Okay. You're trying to rewrite the essay with alternate words. Okay. So for the benefit of some of you. Yeah, Aish, yes, excellent. Modern progress builds the world, yet quietly breaks the bond between hearts. Yes, it looks very poetic, but yes, and not just bonds between hearts, it breaks the bonds. Accepted, yes, nice. Modern progress builds the world.
Breaks the bonds between people. Okay,
Between
that's a
people,
good one.
society.
And then Harshita says modern progress provides apparent connection with the world, connects the world with future, but actual deprivation of connection from self. Oh, fantastic. So you're saying, okay, I'll write it in a different line. Modern progress connects um, with the world, disconnects from self. Okay, something like that.
So can we say as civilizations advance technically, humans increasingly suffer from a quiet sense of estrangement.
Humans suffer. Hemant, can you say that again? Humans
So
suffer.
humans increasingly suffer from a quiet sense of estrangement.
Okay, estrangement, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Quiet sense of estrangement. Okay, so I think have you put the word hidden somewhere? Modern progress builds the word but breaks the bonds. Ash, I will try to change a little bit, but quietly breaks the bonds. Okay, I'll insert that. Hopefully, that will make sense. And the modern progress connects with the world. And while, what should we say? Just think about it, Harshita. Modern progress connects with the world while, again, some version of quietly disconnecting from self, something like that, right? So I
This
think
is
the,
going so well, Deb. I
yeah,
must confess one thing.
yeah,
In the last, almost 7, 8 years of teaching these methods,
yeah,
I've struggled with students in paraphrasing.
yeah.
But I think this repeat engagement on Telegram and practice, okay, these sentences coming so nice, okay, so organic now. I'm really impressed. I'm really heartening for a teacher to see you guys learning so well. Very nice, excellent.
Yeah, I echo the same thing, and I'm seeing some really good quality submissions of late in Telegram channel, and I can see that people are taking on, which is great. Yeah, Ash, good one. Silently, I will put mine in. Loneliness is the curse of the modern world. Is the silent curse. Okay, something like that, right? So I think we have got 4 paraphrases here. I think these are I like them. I think we already have a lot of good ideas here. Let's jump to dimensions. Yeah, Shabbir, any thoughts?
Just repeating Aditya, he says we are rich in material but poor in soul and self. Yeah, nice, well said.
Well said, well said. Yeah, well, I'll put that in. Let that go down in the long history or long list of excellent paraphrases. You know,
Yes.
we are rich,
Beautiful, very well said.
materialistic things, but
School age up.
so just Aditya, can you add the word hidden some way? Ash is saying, sir, did you miss progress in paraphrasing? When did I silent curse?
Modern world, advanced technology, modern progress.
Oh, you mean the loneliness one, Ash? I think, is that what you're saying? So I think the way I thought about it is modern world actually encompasses progress, but yeah, we can add that in. We are rich in materialistic things, but secretly or something like that, poor in soul or self. Okay, all right. Losing the essence of being human. Okay, yes, see, quietly, right, silently. That's what the point is. Okay, let us jump from paraphrasing. I think we have done quite well there. Let us get to dimensions. Okay, so what would you begin with? What would you begin with? What would you say that here is the topic, right? Alienation is the hidden cost of modern progress, and we did keywords, paraphrase, treatment, core value. What is the first thing that we will say if we have to write? What is the first thing you want to say? Let's look at all our assume, see, we don't usually do introduction and conclusions as part of dimensions, but think about, okay, you've made the introduction, you've somehow put your thesis there, that okay, in thesis you have written something like modern progress has given us many nice things, but it has also taken away, and one thing we don't realize, it's taking away our sense of connectedness, contentment from life. A lot of things are missing, people are getting alienated, something like that you've said in introduction. Now you are into your first argument. So what will you say? How will you begin?
I have a question to you there.
Yeah.
When we are developing dimensions,
Yeah.
could we use some elements of Socrates' inquiry? What we learned last time? Maybe definitions could be part of introductions, maybe?
We
But
could be,
could be,
let me copy that over. Okay, so we'll know exactly what we are talking about.
yeah.
No,
Sir, I literally thought the same while about to can we use the Socrates method?
Hemant is in my mind now. He's into me thinking.
and both of you are in Socrates' mind. Okay,
Yeah.
so very nice, very nice. See, we are getting somewhere, right? I think this is really cool. So this was our Socratic inquiry. Um, so we established some thesis, Shabir.
Yeah,
So I think
absolutely.
definition is clearly one place I agree with you that we can go.
I just want to make sure that these techniques are not again isolated silos. Okay, they have to talk to one another, techniques of analysis. So if that helps somebody, we started with a strong counter arguments to decide whether it's argumentative or not. So, I mean, just keep it in mind. I mean, I was thinking through that. That helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. I interrupted, please.
No. I think that was a good point. Very good point. So I think definitions. Okay. So if we start with definitions, just let's follow that train of thought, right? So if we start with definition, so what should we do? We talk about modern progress and the cost of modern progress. Maybe that's something. I'm just writing it. The real cost of modern progress. Maybe I will write something like what is apparent, what is not. Okay, so maybe that's my first point. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I'm just writing. At this point, I'm just writing things that is coming to mind, and then we can, slowly we can get better and we can clean this up. Okay, so real cost of modern progress, some are apparent, some are not, right? So uh, maybe that's a good place to start. Any other definitions that we have, or any other thoughts that's coming to your mind as we do that?
I would spend a paragraph from the keyword list on maybe explaining the word alienation. And telling alienation is individual, it can be a society, it can be a country, it can be also be alienation of man versus nature. I
So
would
the
like to
nature of
discuss
alienation.
alienation.
Okay.
Rashita says, what is modern progress? Okay. Yes, you
So,
can, Harshita.
you have said like nature of alienation, and like before that, I was thinking we should write from what we are getting alienated, or like what is alienation in if we in terms of us, or like what we are defining it. Is it in a life or day-to-day activities or relationships?
Yeah. So what is alienation? Individual, societal. Explain that, its causes. Explain the causes, and yeah. So all included. I just thought we can write everything there. Good. So cost of modern progress, and maybe this we can, as we write this outline, we can start putting them together also, right? So I just flipped them. I think we can start with nature of alienation and its causes, and obviously causes we can say progress, modern progress. So we can uh, articulate modern progress for the first time as a cause of alienation, and then the we can talk about why is it hidden. I think maybe something like that.
Yeah, in
Why?
fact, Aish says so. Can we explain alienation is the hidden cost after defining alienation? Yes, we can, Aish, absolutely. From what we move towards why. So why is it a hidden cost? Yes.
Yeah. And what do you think we should include there? Why is it a hidden cost? It's not in the surface. What do you think?
The
Is it?
hidden cost, we can say, is a process, like a long or like a time take consuming process, which everyone wants to avoid and directly comes to the result. And we can like clearly see the like how individuals are impatient and don't want to wait for long, just want to get the result.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And also, you could think about things like the impact of certain technological developments are not felt immediately, right? Some things are felt over a period of time, so you can write about that. Mental health situations, contentment, compassion, these things are like, if there is a general decline of contentment in society, it is not something that will be immediately visible. It is not like the GDP of a country, right? So these are very important but subjective measurements, and they will take some time.
So
It
like
takes time to
we
be
can
evident.
use
Yes.
the example on human level, like a patient recovering from the mental illness.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I think Ash, you have a good point. Overshadowed by benefits, we look at the benefits first. They hit us. Oh, I can talk to 20 people. I can send messages. I can keep in touch with everybody. Social media. We were all excited, right? When Orkut came along, I think most of you were not born, I guess. Shabbir, you and I have seen Orkut,
Yes.
right? When Orkut came along, we were so excited. But I think how it impacted us was felt only, much, much later. Um, yeah, Ankur, absolutely right. Absolutely right. So, why is it a hidden cost overshadowed by benefits, felt over um, longer term, and then subjective, all these things, right? So, okay. So, this is
I could
our,
add one point there.
yeah.
This is the paradox of our modernity, where technology seemingly trying to simplify our life has actually left us to navigate lot of complexities. So life has actually become complex, fast paced, it's complex. Our goals have blurred. So that complexity probably alienates us. And that's why it's hidden.
Yeah, yeah. So, in other ways, what you are saying is technology simplifies certain things, complicates others, right? So, like, it brings in effectiveness and productivity, and you can do more with less. It will give economic benefits. All those things are there, but complicates others. And I think we can again go into the why. Why does it complicate others? Because the social impact of technology um, is not well understood, or understood later, is not given enough attention or focus, right? So in our society, maybe we can write it better, but the whole idea is that when we start something, let's say AI, you can take example AI, right? That you start doing it, but then you are not sure about so many things that could go wrong. Okay, let's keep going. What next? What other things that we should talk about? Let's revisit. Keep looking at everything you have written, right? This is your sort of sandbox, right? So you have written everything. Everything that you will write and the dimensions will come from here.
Some counter
So
arguments, maybe.
yeah, we could. So I think AI, social media, I'm just adding examples, right? Social media, which was misinformation. I think, why does this social impact of technology is not given adequate focus? That is also because, let's say, our materialistic mindset. We want to go after the money, right? That's, we can make that point here. Materialistic mindset drives technology. I think, Shabbir, maybe we can say this, right? Technology itself is not good or bad, but materialistic mindset is driving technology.
If I
So
go a bit deeper there,
yeah, yeah,
the ownership of technology also matters, right? If the
yes,
ownership is with
absolutely.
few individual, it's a lot of asymmetry there. Okay, so it becomes exploitative.
Wonderful, wonderful. See how things emerge, right? Build on top of each other. So that's why do never be in a hurry to put down your point. If you make like spend 5 minutes outlining this, will become so much better. Materialistic mindset and ownership is driving technology direction. So while it is simplifying certain things, it's complicating others, and social impact is not given enough focus. Okay, fantastic, fantastic.
But its social impact, one can be like misinformation, as Shabir sir explained, the ownership. So if the owner doesn't have that much knowledge, it can lead to misinformation of the content or like misunderstanding related to that content.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. I think misinformation about is also product, right? It's also a product of the technology, and what technology is doing is sort of magnifying it or accelerating it at enormous speed. Hardcore capitalism, Aditya is saying. Um, Consumerism, hardcore capitalism, materialistic mindset. Yes, so I think these are all kind of
Maybe one dimension on the hidden cost part. Why is it hidden? That's because I think somewhere, okay, we have compromised our ability of processing and evaluating. Okay, I mean, linked to again information overload, okay, shallow depth of knowledge. So we don't process. Okay, we don't use discretion in consuming technology.
yeah. So
That's the
we
why. So our cognitive ability or psychological maturity is missing.
right, right.
That's a hidden cost.
So we are unable to evaluate effectively, basically, right? So
Yeah.
our psychological maturity um, to evaluate the merits of.
And this operates best for children, the minors, uh, the school-going children, massive alienation with families, okay, with society, with their relationships, with their peers. Okay. So that's a hidden cost.
Yeah,
I'm
and
focusing on
just
children. Yeah.
taking an example, a real world example. So last weekend, I was out with my son for a school competition, and I was sitting at a table of 6 or 7 middle schoolers, all seventh grade kids, and they were all on their phones, right? So uh, going back to the essay topic, exactly what is happening. And that's something that you see in, dinner tables, you see in restaurants and so many other places. So you will not have a problem of examples in this essay topic. Plenty out there. Um, I think let's go back to the keywords. Anything else that we have not covered? So I think loneliness, mechanical production. Where did we cover that? Right? Focus on production, business, human values. So I think the mechanical focus or focus on productivity, economics, or not economics. Actually, if you go back to Amartya Sen's definition of economic progress, he will tell you a very different story, right? He will say that economic progress happens when there is a quality of life improves for common people. But here the focus is exactly on something different, right? Productivity. Focus on productivity leads to exploitation. And then Hemant, I think your point about, I think you started with the Marx point that can come in here, where it leads to exploitation, therefore loneliness. Something to be said about that, maybe. What else did we miss? Aditya says comfort kills thinking ability and creativity. Okay.
I like that, yes.
Yeah, it's very nice. Progress has more audience than the cost. Kaushik, yes. So focus on product. Everybody is running towards productivity. Our whole mindset is towards materialistic mindset. Um, so comfort kills thinking ability and creativity. So productivity leads to exploitation, therefore loneliness. I would continue this and say that comfort and convenience trumps contentment, true ability and creativity. So basically we are becoming numb, right?
How
Numb with
beautifully the word trumps fits in here, Dev. Metaphorically, or it absolutely fits. It trumps contentment.
the the pun was not intended, but it came out like that, becoming okay.
It's where it belongs.
And I will put one more, okay, from my favorite rock band, Comfortably Numb. Okay. Pink Floyd had this number called Comfortably Numb, came out in the 80s. It was a 70s. It was a huge hit when I was growing up. Okay. Absolute power and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Yes, I think there is something to be said about that. The people that are, so back to Shabbir's point, I think the people who are driving modern progress is very asymmetric. I think we have to make something, maybe make that point in number 4. Um, progress today is asymmetric, unequal. Okay, all right. I think enough said about that point. Let's move. What else did we talk about? Empathy. So I think we should say something about, human connection is missing and how we are losing empathy and compassion. Should we not write a little bit more about that?
I think we can link that directly to desensitization because of sensationalism. Modern progress, somewhere, the media and the desensitization leads to alienation. It's normalized.
Yeah. Oh, I think this same point can be extended, Shabir. I feel like, right? So, comfortably numb is basically same thing. Desensitization. You said it in English. I said it in rock. Okay.
No,
Um,
talking about rock, I remember, the other song, we need no education, the cookie
yes.
cutter approach.
Exactly. Exactly.
Cookie
And
cutter
I
approach
think
is also alienation. Everybody fitting into one mold, one formula.
actually, come to think of it, the entire later stage Pink Floyd was all about this, right? Alienation and the dark world we have come to live in, and how it kills creativity, how it kills contentment. So, yeah, there is certainly.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Hemant.
Sir, what I will say now, because of sir, I hope you heard about the like animes. What are anime? Japanese animation.
Yes.
So I think like most of the some of the animes which what does now like most of the Gen Z is involved in watching anime. So they show some character or some scene which basically show that if you become alienated, you become more developed rather than becoming if you involved in more people like become extrovert, your development will decline. Whereas if you become alienated and think about only yourself and be selfish, then your development be like in a grows in a positive manner rather than a negative manner.
Yeah. 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 True. True. I think. Where do you think it will fall? Which argument here? That will be a key one to see.
So modernity is getting redefined as okay if you lack some of these qualities. Okay. So being modern is you're freakishly discompassionate, you are freakishly lacking in empathy. It is seen as uh, incentivizing those type of behavior, if that's what Hemant is talking about. Maybe defining modernity itself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. And I think I would write it somewhere in the first argument. I think of blending that in to the first argument here. Okay, all right.
So one point I think we haven't added, like we have discussed nature of alienation, like what was the real cost and what is it apparent, what is the hidden cost. But sir, we I think we haven't add why we individual want to be alienated. Like what is the reason?
What is the reason you think?
So maybe like it can be so like multiple reasons. For example, we can say if there was clash in the traditions, if one tradition is different, other is different, or we can say it might be a language barrier, like people want to be alienated, or we can say economic status or the social status plays an important role. Also, we can say like historical factors also plays an important role in this.
Okay, okay.
You're
Why?
referring to alienation as a conscious choice. Is that your hint there? That
Yes,
sometimes
yes, sir.
alienation
Like
is
at
what we
some point,
prefer.
yes, sir.
Okay. Alienation is not equal to loneliness. It's not Harshita, but that's one type of alienation. So not exactly removed from that. But yeah, I see your point. Yes.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's not solitude, right? So it's definitely reason could be insecurity.
Insecurity. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I think you can say that modern progress and modern society, people are getting more and more insecure. given what's going on. I mean, there's a great example of the Instagram and what it's doing to teenage girls. So insecurity can drive alienation. That's a great point. So I think we can. It's not just productivity, but
Insecurity.
insecurity can come from
Good point.
other
Yes.
stuff. Yeah. Great. Okay. So let's see. I think now is the point where we have to take it to societal or international level. I feel we have discussed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We wrote some things about protectionism, crumbling of UN, collapse of multilateralism. We That's a huge point, and impact to environment. I think we should make a point about the impact of this is impact of alienation is not limited to the individual. It is across nations, is felt in geopolitics, and is directly impacting the environment. Right? So here you can write all those things that we discussed about crumbling of UN and environmental issues because of this. And I think societal impact, I think at a society level in geopolitics. So I think you can give the example of Japan too, and other societies that are highly driven by work culture.
Like Japan is the best example. I can relate it with the news. Like last 2 months ago, I was reading a news. So in Japan, what happened? A man died, and his body was found like three after 3 to 4 days. Like it, and the reports were showing, and the international news was showing that Japan is basically everyone is like so self-centered. They don't even notice their neighbor, and don't even notice like how others are reacting or what is happening to the others. Another example, sir, I saw like a on Instagram, he was basically a Indian guy. He went to Japan, and what happened was a elderly like old man fell there in metro station, and his head was bleeding. So like no one is helping him, everyone was busy in their own work or like focus on their own objective rather than helping it. So like the Indian guy is appreciating that our subcontinent is like consists of diversity and is very helpful in nature, that people involved in other matter in a helpful way and like help them to overcome the situations like together rather than leaving them alone at a particular situation or isolating
Ex-
them.
Excellent point, Hemant. Excellent point. That is called the bystander effect. Okay. So I think
There's a
we can.
question, Hemant.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
I'm just curious, okay? And maybe even the YouTube guys. Do you really think in India we are socially as conscious about our neighbors? Do
Sir,
you really
like
think,
not a very large extent, but
yeah?
like at
Do you really
some
think in
extent.
India में अगर accident हुआ है, people will go and help, or will they stop their car and watch?
Sir,
While
it depends upon the like person. Like some of them help, but others will like shoot video or like just want to.
no, why I just asked was you were so categorical about Japanese culture. I was wondering whether you realize this.
So by the way, I love Japanese culture, like the way they respect their tradition, the cleanliness of their country, and how they don't interfere in the others' matter. Sir,
Of course,
one
of
point
course.
I respect that, sir.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I'm not trying to drive a point home, but I was curious. What do you think? Online guys, I don't know what you guys think. Okay.
Meanwhile, a couple of great points here. So I think Kaushik, yes, divorce rates. You can talk about this, but what I'm hearing, actually, I read last week the divorce rates have gone down recent times, Shabir, because marriage rates have gone down also. So it is
ना
very difficult as a correlation or
ना
causation.
ना रहेगी बांस ना बजेगी बांसुरी.
Exactly, exactly. So that's the funny part. But yeah, Harshita, great examples. Anthropocentrism and biodiversity loss, Ghaziabad, sibling suicide, fertility rate, population devaluation, Ankur, yes. Um, so I think there are so many. All of you are saying examples, right? That are spot on, right? There can be so many here. So I think let's make this point number 6 all about at the societal, at the international, the environmental. It's not just limited to a person's brain. It is just across um, the the whole thing, right? So I think that's our point number 6. Now let us do a counterpoint. Okay, time has come. 80-20 we said we'll do a counterpoint. What should be our counterpoint?
Aditya has a good point. I think this is thought provoking. He says, sir, in Japan it's more mechanical. In Indian, we are more emotional, but the fear of helping someone who's in trouble because of court and laws, that maybe holds us back. Yeah, okay. I think I can see your point there. You're right. To some extent, you're right. Some amount of apathy is also because of the fear of consequences, bureaucracy, red tape, law, police station.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
My
just added
advice is don't
distraction.
get into this, India versus Japan versus US. This is our culture, this is their culture. We are good in this, they are good in that. That discussion does not go anywhere. And it's very difficult to actually rationally prove your point if you get into that sort of debate. So I never, ever get into such things about broad brushing a culture in your essays. You cannot say that Japanese people are apathetic. I think that statement is false. Okay. So take it from me, you will actually get marks deducted if you say something like that. It
And you
will
have seen
come.
Japan, Deb, right? You have stayed there.
Yeah, yeah.
You've
So
seen.
I've been to Japan, and I think I saw some fabulous things in Japan. And, I also saw the working cultures, and I think there is a lot of what I would say like ill-informed opinion about countries based on this is what we hear, because the validation always we seek is that we are better. We always seek validation for our way of life. That is what happens. Never ever do that comparison,
A soft
because I tell you,
racism.
in Japan, um, if somebody is actually hit in an accident, there will be an ambulance in less than 5 minutes at that spot. So, will you call that just effectiveness, or are they being effective, or do they value human life? So, if I can say, I can argue that they value human life and that's why they are there in 5 minutes, and we don't value human life because when an ambulance goes in Bangalore, people don't step aside. So, apathy is there in every culture, it is just in a different spot. So, never ever get into that. I think let us make the counterpoint. Okay. So, what is the? I think we can have. You guys said a lot about counterpoints. Which one would you pick? How would you actually put this together? Yes, Ash, very, very, couldn't agree more. Having empathy is more important than which country or culture one belongs to. Absolutely. This goes back to something that you can say, and I have said this numerous times to you guys. that humanity is the greatest value. If you bring that out in your writing, and I think that's a very strong point, right? So I think it's beyond cultures, it's beyond civilizations, it is beyond economics, history, polity. So that's a great way to put it. So, okay, we keep getting distracted. Let's come to the counterpoint. I want to do this quickly because we have spent a lot of time. I know you guys enjoy it. We enjoy it too. Shabbir and I look forward to Thursdays every week. But what would be our counterpoint? Shabbir, can I put you on the spot here? I think we can.
Yeah,
we'll get-
counterpoint is, while okay, alienation is an issue, but the fact is the modern progress has given us lot of avenues to connect. And like I said, lot of alienation comes from misuse rather than the cost of progress. So I would like to stress on misuse. I would like to stress on how institutions manipulate. So
Yeah.
rather
So,
than pinning the blame on progress alone.
right, right. So, technology and progress inherently, you are saying they're inherently not problematic, right? But ownership, accountability, greed, all these are pushing it in some way, right? So we should, is that what you're saying, Shabir? Is we should embrace technology and
So
positive.
yeah, so the discussion point is that some of these things, greed, uh, power politics, this is innate in human nature.
Yeah,
Maybe technology has made it convenient to express those negative side of us.
brilliant, brilliant. Um, so the he, alienation is just what you're saying, basically, that the essay topic is a symptom of something much deeper, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's taking the essay topic in a to a great new ground, right? I think it's a really awesome point. As she's saying, alienation is not an inevitable cost of modern progress; it's a result of imbalanced choices. I
Very well
think
said. Very well said.
very well said. Very well. So imbalanced choices. So imbalanced choices, and um, is yeah, I mean, think about, the only thing I would say is think about the word imbalance. Maybe there's a better word here. Technology and progress inherently not problematic, but innate human qualities are making it so. And then we can give many examples of technology, which all of you have talked about. More time, more connectivity,
More cure, more medicine.
more cure, more medicine.
The diversification of choices.
Yeah, more choices. Wonderful, wonderful, Hemant. So I think there's so many things that technology is giving us. It's not problematic on its own, but wonderful. I love it. I love it. I think this is good. Actually, Shabir, I feel this is a great way to. It's a nice segue to the way forward, right, for this essay.
Yeah.
The
It
closure and
smoothly will move into conclusion.
yeah, yeah, smoothly moving into conclusion. So it's about human choice, Kaushik says. Yes, so we have a choice. We are making a choice, and we are not making a good choice. I think you can make that a statement. So I think that would be a nice closure. Shabir, I think anything else you think we should do here?
We have to keep it 80-20. So Uh, Otherwise, the intent of the essay is lost.
Yeah,
See, if you end up actually arguing, no, progress is good, progress is beneficial, alienation is an aberration. अगर उधर चला जाता है in the name of optimism. So I'll talk
right.
about it for a few seconds here. Many
Yes.
of the essay, uh, because they want to force optimism, they want to force positive thinking, they will misread this topic as, we must not support this statement, and let's argue that progress actually is helping us, and alienation is just a small aberration or exception. To do this, you're losing the tone of the demand of the essay.
Yeah. Shabir, we lost you a little bit towards the end. But I think,
Yeah.
yeah, you're back. Yeah, continue, please.
Yeah, I was telling that we must be careful not to compromise the intent of the topic. Okay, so I would like to not write more than one or maybe another 1 point maximum, so that the essay continues to be critical of modern progress causing alienation rather than absolving it of alienation. Okay, so that's one challenge you have to be aware of. What is the tone of the topic? What the topic demand? Yeah, it's repeating that there.
Yes, I mean, provide the counterpoint without negating the central theme, right? Without negating the central theme, you must continue. So, for example, here, instead of saying technology and progress inherently is not problematic, I could even say modern technology is inherently not problematic. So I think we are away from um, creating a fork where you will not be able to come back to the main road, right? You go in the fork of the counterpoint but come back to the main road. So I think your closure then should include or go back to the thesis, right? Should reinforce the thesis that yes, this is a cost, it's hidden, we don't see it, and it is because of these basic things in the human nature, and how technology is or modern progress is being used as a weapon, or modern technology is being used as a weapon to exploit uh, people because of the asymmetric nature of who controls things, and this impact is being felt not by just by people but across society, and therefore we must while we cannot, I mean, we must embrace progress is for the betterment of humanity. We should look at what is causing, what is the reasons why alienation is caused, and get better at resolutions, right? Something like that we have to say at the end.
So one point, Dave, for all the viewers and Hemant also, there's one technique we suggest to as writing towards conclusion. We call it as FFF, which is flip, firm, and forward. The flip means talk about the counterpoint. Firm means, okay, go establish the core idea again. And forward is solution, okay, problem solving. So we started with an assertion, yes, there is alienation. Then we flip, but technology is not always responsible. Then we firm. Firm is again go back to. However, alienation is a reality. So forward is technology must also include, okay, safeguards. Technology must include some social engineering where we have education around awareness building. So this is flip, firm, forward technique. Hemant, you will know better because you've been part of the course.
Yes, sir. Like in the
Kaushik, you too
beginning,
have seen the course. Yes, yes.
sir, in the beginning, I only used that technique, so that's why many ideas came in my mind, sir.
Okay, okay. Excellent, excellent. I was just reaffirming your conclusion.
Absolutely, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think you codified what I said, and we have done it in the course, which is super. This doesn't, like, you don't have to think. It's right there. So I would like to just do one more thing. People are still watching. That means they're still interested. I'll stretch it a little bit and look at this Socratic enquiry pieces, right? So we want to do this, right? This is why we put it in here. So we just did we do it? That's the question I have. Did we do Socratic enquiry? Um, okay, let's look at it one by one. We had a claim thesis. We have established this, so this is green, right? I think we have done that. Have we clarified the definitions? I
Yes.
think, okay, good. Are the arguments logical?
Yes, we have the why part. We have debated.
Yeah, and one thing leads to another, right? We are discussing nature of alienation, then we real cost of progress. Why is there a hidden cost? We said materialistic mindset and ownership. Then the focus on productivity. I think it's yeah, we can say yes to that. Yes, arguments are logical.
One addition, in the essays, to make your arguments more logical, you have to support with some examples. Right now, it's argument, but with examples, okay, the logic gets more established. Okay, we're assuming you will do that.
Yes, yes. And we have put it in some places, Shabir, like AI, social media, or Japan bystander effect, blah, 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 right? So I think in some cases we are given, and that's exactly what the next point is. Are you making some assumption? If you are not providing illustrations, examples, I will be forced to think as an evaluator that, oh, is that an assumption, or did the person just prove that theory? So I think we have given assumptions, so yes to that. Are there counter arguments?
Yes.
Yes. So therefore, we have a positive evaluation of what we just did, right? So this is a fabulous tool, and Shabir, thank you for asking me to put it here. I think this is proof that this thing really works. Number one. Number two is what you and I were discussing after the last discussion, last Thursday, is that what we do in the Socratic inquiry of article, right? So we took a, I think, in Indian Express article or something last time, right? And we did a Socratic inquiry. Is the reverse of this particular brainstorming. Okay, so from article we are asking these questions and we are evaluating. But here we are creating something and then using Socratic inquiry as a validating method. So the two approaches are complementary, right? So we will do more of these, both the two together, right? So when we do evaluation, we actually do this, right? So we do the Socratic inquiry when we do evaluation. When we do check our articles, we do Socratic inquiry. So this is the reverse process of writing arguments, and keep that in mind.
I have a request on my message personal mein. I'm Sophia. I'm watching your sessions, classes. Sir, I want to ask how much time does it take to get good at essays writing? So, okay, Sophia, I know you were reluctant to ask. So it's like this, guys. Essays writing is a skill of thinking. It is a skill of interlinking points. It's a skill of brainstorming. And I mean, if I was given a choice, essays is something that should not wait for the last 1 month or 15 days. Only those who have lot of writing experience, those who have done a good work in these techniques of brainstorming, they probably can push and prepare in last months. Otherwise, all of you start as early as you can. Essays writing will teach you how to analyze articles. Essays will teach you how to have opinion on developments around you. You can transfer essays writing skill to your GS answers, to ethics. Ethics and essays have a huge overlap. Sophia, for you and all others also, don't keep it pending. An essay doesn't take much time. It's not that you must run through the course, okay, intensively by 5-hour lectures. No. I think we have designed a very nice program. Your friends have joined this. It's a recorded session with these live interactions also. Okay, so my suggestion is to learn this technique, and most of what Deb is writing here is entirely based on your inputs and our discussions. We'll start another batch end of this month. Okay, if you want to join, which I think you should join, at the risk of sounding immodest, I don't think any other institute gives you this type of essay writing approach. We have toppers to vouch for that. I mean, that's a different thing, but you will benefit if you learn answer writings as quickly as possible, or essays writing rather. Deb, I want to include this Socratic thing into our course video. We can add one. The nice innovation you came up with. I love this. It's all there. It codifies it. Okay. I hope I answered your question, Sophia, and all the others also who are watching. Do consider to start essays as quickly as possible. And we are there, of course, on some of these sessions. It's on YouTube, but most of the sessions will be very private. The students who have enrolled. Right? Yeah, Deb, I was trying to answer this.
No, but I'm glad you brought that question up. And, I was thinking in my head that Socrates said this when did Socrates live? Somewhere in BC, right? I'm forgetting where
Fourth,
it
fifth
was.
century BC.
Yeah. So 2500 years back, and we are still trying to master it. So, mastering critical thinking can take thousands of years. But you may still not get it. So don't so when somebody asks me when is the right time to join Essay Sir, okay, I first break into like a laughter in my head that boss आज ही शुरू कर लो क्योंकि ये critical thinking तो सदियों से चला आ रहा है, but it is still not able to get
Deb, a question to you. Aditya asks.
yes,
I have one doubt.
yeah,
The format of Socratic inquiry applicable to all such essays. Yeah, Deb.
I think, Aditya, you can apply Socratic inquiry to anything, everything, right? तुम्हें कुछ बोला, for example, somebody is saying, oh, सरकार तो बहुत कुछ कर रही है, right? Or India is shining today. Okay, subjective statement. Apply Socratic thinking to that statement. You will get to the truth. It is a way to get to the truth, right? Rational truth. So you can apply to a statement, to an article, to an essay, to falana dhikana, whatever. Your teacher says something. Yeah, I'm saying something. Please apply Socratic inquiry to what I'm saying. You will figure out whether I'm telling you the truth or not. So I think this is a way to inculcate rational thought process into your mind. Critical thinking जो हम लोग बोल रहे हैं बार बार, right? This is what it is. Right? जो भी तुम्हारे सामने हो तुम उससे क्वेश्चन करो. And Socrates is not someone that actually wrote down these 5 points saying यही करना और इससे अलावा कुछ मत करना. That is not what he said. This is Socratic inquiry sort of codified for us to apply it to these kinds of things. But basically he asked questions. Everything that you told him, he asked questions of that statement. Right? So if you made him a thesis, he will ask, okay, what is the definition of alienation? Tell me. I'm not. So basically, the starting point is I'm not okay till I have tested this to the umpteenth level, right? So you telling me alienation is the hidden cost of modern progress. I'll say, okay, what do you mean by alienation? What do you mean by modern? What do you mean by progress? I'll ask these definitions because a lot of these definitions are subjective and people define them. So all Socrates did was ask questions, and that is what we are doing. So you can absolutely do it, Aditya. Apply it anywhere.
Yeah, thanks, Kaushik, for seconding that. Kaushik has been our student. He knows what is taught there. Thanks, Kaushik. Thanks. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dave, today was crazy. 2 hours. I mean, I didn't
Well,
realize it.
yeah, theory of relativity, right? Einstein said, when you spend it with someone beautiful, it is very, time feels like it's fleeting. So we had good discussion today. But thank you guys for
Yeah.
watching,
Excuse me,
right?
sir.
I really appreciate Hemant, awesome points, and I am so
So
happy.
I have something to say, sir.
Yeah, yeah, say it.
So what actually I did now, like in my college last, like 2 days ago, I used the Socrates principle on my friend's existence. So like he's a little bit like this, only like how you talk, and so I was getting a feeling like man was searching for the meaning. Like I can't differentiate between what is reality and what is the virtual.
So did you disapprove? Did you disprove your friend's existence? He didn't exist, types.
No, sir, I actually questioned it by why you exist, and like he got so pissed off.
Okay, that's what friends are for. Fine.
Yeah, but I'm so glad, Hemant, that you were what you started with this discussion, saying that I'm seeing essay topics everywhere in my real life. I think that's the way, because I think what you're doing is you are taking a critical thinking approach to everything that you are experiencing, which is
I would like to say like it's not always the plant, it's the sunlight and the resources. And for me, you both are sunlight who is providing me with this
Oh,
like quality content. So because of that, I'm able to like I'm here right now.
ठीक है हेमंत, तो
wow,
इस
thank you.
सॉक्रेटिक इंक्वायरी को चेंज करके शब्बीर एंड देब इंक्वायरी कर देते हैं.
Okay, sir, no issues.
Chalo,
Good.
bless you guys. Thanks.
Thank you guys. YouTube, Ash, Kaushik, Aditya, thank you so much. I really appreciate Kaushik. तुम्हारा question I will definitely respond. In fact, I have done a Insta post. I will share that about society, civilization, and state. And thank you so much for to everybody for participating today. It was a special session. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Shabir, take
Thanks,
care.
Dave.
We'll
Thanks.
catch
Thank
up.
you. Bye-bye.